Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Coach's Corner here at Boardman High School. And we are here with the AAC champion coach, Mr. Jeff Hammerton, head coach of the Boardman Lady Spartans. Coach, first off, congratulations. Unbelievable year, unbelievable run for not only you, but these seniors. So I guess you start kind of with the premise of when you came back, there was a lot of promise, there was a lot of potential, but that potential was realized, and that doesn't always happen. Talk to me about kind of what kind of has as you see this progress, what thoughts you've had over the season, over the last two seasons as you've taken over.
One thing when I took over, the first thing you're worried about is, will you get kids out? One thing was numbers were down. And to build a program, you need to have basketball at all three levels. I know our freshman team doesn't play a lot of games, but it was important for us to bring a freshman team on board, which we've had the last 2 years. And they get to play about 7-8 games together, so they're playing as a unit, which was important. But numbers was our number one thing. We needed to get those numbers up. And then after we got those numbers up, we realized pretty quickly last year that we could be a really special group. We were last year we were 5-3 in the league. Canfield went 21-1, so we finished second behind them in the league. But when we came back this year, we decided, what's the goal? What's the goal here? The numbers came right back the second year. So what's our goal now? And the goal was from our seniors, they want to win the AAC. They want to put a banner up in the gym. And, that's a great goal. And sometimes that's lip service. Everybody probably says it. But these three girls, plus the coaching staff, and the rest of the team bought in right away. And, to make that happen is a special thing.
For you to believe in these young ladies and these young ladies that believe in you, that's a special kind of chemistry that you have with this group, not just the seniors, but all the way down. Is that built? Is that lightning in a bottle? How do you kind of manufacture that?
I was also lucky enough that I hadn't been gone long enough. And even though I wasn't the coach, I was still in the athletic department. Mm-hmm. So I was still around them all the time. And these girls were in my youth league when I was the coach. So I got to see them play all the time. So, I had a really good relationship with them. And another thing that we did was one of my first calls was to Todd Worth, MC's dad. She wasn't playing. And I called him, and she was at a JO volleyball practice. He was in the car, and I said, Todd, I said, tomorrow I'm going to approach MC. I'm going to come back, and I want her to be a part of the program. And, and he was like, I think it's a great idea. And then we started getting kids that weren't in the program before. Tori Strine's another one. And so we started getting the kids that aren't just good basketball players, but they're really good people, and these are the kind of kids that you want in your program. And when they do achieve the success that it's a special feeling because, MC after the year, she's going to go play volleyball, and Tori's going to go to the softball field and everything. But they gave us everything they had on the basketball court, and when they're great kids that work really hard, and then that success comes, it's a special thing.
Well, it's nice too because not only are you recruiting the hallways, but now the players are recruiting in the classroom, saying, "Hey, come out and be part of this."
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like we got, one of our JV players, Ava Gaps, is a volleyball player. MC probably had a lot to do with her coming out, I'm sure. And, Ava plays softball, and that's, then that brings Tori along. And so you're right. If it isn't any fun, the kids aren't going to tell the other kids, hey, to do this. So there's got to be a fine line there where there's a lot of hard work, but at the same time it's rewarding for the kids that they go and tell their friends, hey, you can do this. This is something nice to do.
You said from the get-go that the AAC is tougher than it's ever been, and you go away and you win the title, almost running away at the end of the season. Do you still believe that this is the best AAC you've seen in a while?
Yeah, I thought about that the other day. A great stat for us is we went 6-2 in the league. Both of our losses were by 2 points. We lost at Howland 52-50, and we lost at Fitch 40-38, I believe. And then we won 2 overtime games and a double overtime game. The biggest margin of victory for us was the first Warren Harding game, and that was a 5-point game at halftime. Mm-hmm. So all 5 of those teams get a break here or there. 6-2 for us could have very easily been 8-0, or could have also been 4-4. So the margin was razor thin in this league. When you lose 2 games by combined 4 points in the league, and I'm sure each one of the other teams would say the same thing. Canfield lost to us in double overtime in a 5 or 6 point game at their place. Austintown Fitch lost an overtime game to us and played a tight game and beat Howland in overtime. So every team probably has those types of stories because the league was so competitive this year.
When you look at what's next, obviously we look towards the playoffs, but is it hard to kind of take those emotions and reset them, right? You put the banner up that you wanted to do. Now, how do you reset those expectations to say, hey, this is a special team? How far can we take this?
You know what? I would have worried about that probably earlier in the year. Now, not at all. You know, I think when we beat Warren Harding and Howland had lost that night, we found out we won the league outright. So we came back. We had a ceremony here because it's been 19 years, and we cut down the nets. And you know, I was worried how we'd go play at Howland. And, you know, would we lay an egg kind of there? And even though we didn't win the game, we played great.
Yeah.
We played great for 3 quarters and 7 minutes. You know, we just didn't finish that game outright. We didn't execute. But my worry after that was, I want to send these seniors out with a win. How are we going to react to a 2-point loss? And you know what? I found out real quick that I don't really have to worry about that because they came ready to go, and kids are resilient. They put that game behind them. You know, it's a tough loss. It's behind them. Sunday's practice was great. For me, you don't sleep. You're miserable. But they're fine, you know, and they're just next one up, you know, and now our focus isn't on Massillon Perry next week. Our focus is on finishing the season strong at Salem this weekend. And we had a great practice today after giving them the night off, and we'll come in tomorrow. We'll put in the game plan, and I'm sure we'll do exactly what we, you know, plan to do and play really well, and you know, and see where that game ends, and then we'll get ready for the Perry game.
Every coach will tell you that every different senior class is special, but I know this one hits close to your heart, tugs on your heartstrings. Talk to me about the 3 young ladies we're going to speak to in a little bit.
Well, I mean, what they've done for the program is it's invaluable. I mean, like we said earlier, it's something that hasn't been done in 19 years. That's number one. Number two, you know, each one of them have a great story, you know, to tell. You know, I start with Sam Dubel. She you know, tore ACL on the soccer field her sophomore year, missed her whole sophomore basketball season. That is an easy injury to come back from. And then last year she came back, but, you know, you tear your ACL, you're not really the same, you know, and you want to kind of feel it out and feel your footing. And she used last year to just get stronger. And then this year she came with a great attitude and, you know, just ran with – you know, starting and making shots and everything. And like we said about MC, she wasn't even in the program the first 2 years, and to get her back. And I would argue that she's our best vocal leader on the team. You know, she'll tell the kids where to go and what to do. And then you have Kenzie, who, you know, 1,000-point scorer. Everybody's focused on defense. You know, like we get upset when she scores 10 points. I mean, like 10 points is still a lot of points when you're getting face guarded all the time and you're battling foul trouble. Like we're like, what's wrong with Kenzie? It's still double digits. You know, and if you look at every game this year, she scored in double digits in every game. You know, 21 games, double digits. I think that's, you know, just absolutely amazing when you're the other team's focus every night. You know, after a while, you know, if you're Kenzie, you're probably like, man, you just get off me for a little bit, you know. But she still finds a way to get it done. And, you know, so yeah, these 3, like I told you earlier, they set a goal. They went out and did it. And I can't thank them enough for what they've done.
Collectively, what's one word to describe those 3?
In one word, I mean, I like to put them together like 2 words. I just put great leaders. I think that's the best thing I can say about them. But they do it all in their own different way, which is great. You know, like you're not gonna get Sam's not gonna yell at you, not gonna yell at the other kids. You know, Sam's just gonna kind of lead by example. MC's gonna get after you. You know, she's gonna tell the kid. You know, she's gonna run the whole team and everything. And then Kenzie leads in a way where like when there's like a switch that flips on Kenzie when she gets upset or she gets mad. Boom, that switch flips and everybody knows. All right, we're getting get in line because she's going to go off here in a couple minutes.
Coach, I can't thank you enough. Congratulations on a great season. Appreciate you keeping YSN as part of this and being able to follow you guys through the entire tournament. We're excited for it. Good luck.
Thanks a lot, DJ. And I say this all the time, too. What you guys do for high school sports is just invaluable. I know all the time when I'm sitting at home on like a Tuesday night or a Friday night and I have nothing going on, I just go see who's on YSN and I just click on and watch it. So we can't thank you enough for what you do for high school sports.
Thank you, brother. Good luck.
All right, thank you.